It's not unusual to find bad immigration takes on Fox News, and we just so happen to have some right here. So let's just jump right in.
Jesse, American citizenship, the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, these are things that you earn. These are things that our forefathers have earned. All the men and women that have died to keep those rights alive.
They literally just started talking. But I mean, that like fundamentally goes against, like what he's describing, fundamentally goes against what even the founders allegedly were saying. You know what I mean? They weren't applying it equally, but this is like the principle of what they were saying was that people do not have to earn the right to life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. It was that they are born with it, that by nature of being a person, you are entitled with the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I find it especially ironic for him to talk about, well, let's let him go a little longer.
Does the world want those things? Yes, they do, because they don't have those things, the right to pursue happiness. They don't have the right to do anything. That's why they want to come here. But it is unfair to the people that do it correctly. How do we explain this to migrants that come over here?
I mean, just to get into it, it's just infuriating every time you hear people when you're talking about immigration, particularly people born in the United States, talking about what is and isn't fair. Because I personally don't think it's fair that just by nature of being born somewhere that you are entitled to more rights than someone who was born somewhere else. But that's exactly what he's saying here. And when he talks about, oh, they have to earn it, they have to earn, the people that are trying to come here from Haiti, they have to earn, what I mean, conceivably, this person did nothing to earn. It's just insane on so many levels. And they always want to appeal to, oh, well, there's people that do it the quote unquote right way. But I mean, the process to come here, no matter how you're doing it, is not easy. This is it's not, nobody wants to uproot their entire life and, go somewhere else. And, the vast majority of people doing this are doing it because they want a better life. They want to, you know, hopefully contribute more to wherever they're going. Hopefully, just be a part of something, greater than where they're coming from. And it's just so unfortunate that you have these people that are trying to make this case that, oh, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. When I mean, realistically, this person was born with what they're saying is unfair that someone who is working for it is trying to get.
And go through the paperwork like Dana said.
Well, no one pursues happiness more than you, John Rich.
That's a fact.
So you are a beacon shining that light to the world.
Pursuer.
That is true. I did find it ironic you brought up irony that the illegal immigrant was wearing a Biden-Harris T-shirt. I haven't seen an American this year wear a Biden-Harris T-shirt. It's the first.
The guy that got more votes than anyone in the history of the country. He's actually not popular.
I have. So it says something on top of Biden.
Yeah, you can't repeat. Can't say it on television, right?
FCC.
Here's why the Biden game is so stupid. They went out last week, the stiff at DHS, and says the border's closed. Then they go on Fox News Sunday with Wallace, and they said, oh yeah, all those Haitians that were down at that tent city, we let 12,000 of them in.
Right.
We flew 4,000 back to Haiti. They bid our agents on the flight, but we let 12,000 in. So I'm not great at math. That's why I'm here on Fox. But that's what, 2/3 of the border is open, according to the.
You got it. You got it right there. We got it from the 2/3 of the border is open apparently. And this is such a common talking point, but it's such a bad one. The idea that we have an open border at our southern border. I mean, literally just the most recent controversy with those border patrol agents that were on horseback that were using their reins. There's allegations that they were using their reins as whips. Now they weren't holding whips; they were just using the whip-like object as a whip, potentially. Like I said, I've seen videos where they're definitely swinging them around like whips, and I haven't seen one, I don't think, where they struck someone, but just they were swinging them awfully close to people. But that's been the big gotcha. But regardless, that is not an open border. An open border is like the border between like Utah and Nevada. That is an open border. You can go across it whenever you want. There's no one else stop you. That is an actual open border. When there are border patrol agents, people on horseback with physically stopping people from coming, that is not an open border. And then also to just get into it, Joe Biden has used Title 42 to expel over 100,000 asylum seekers. This is the unreal numbers. I believe right now Joe Biden has used Title 42 to expand or to expel more asylum seekers than Trump did during COVID. I believe that just in the short period that Biden's been in office, he's actually expelled more asylum seekers than Trump did during the course of COVID. This, you don't hear that. There's no praise from the right about this. I personally think it's a criticism. It's something we should criticize. But like people like Jesse Waters, they don't have these principles about this sort of thing, and they're going to just say that we have 2/3 of an open border because 12,000 asylum seekers were let in. It's just complete nonsense, and I mean I don't even think that they take their own arguments seriously at this point. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. But if you disagree with anything I said, please leave a comment down below, and have a great day.